Welcome to Your Economy, My Economy, and Our Economy Smart Credit System to teach you how to safely secure your credit footprint in today's economy. You know, once they say cash is king, which was a powerful statement back in the day, but now in the digital world, you need to have credit. Everything in the kingdom runs by credit. See, credit affects every day and every aspect of life, and you have to have a great career, a great amount of credit in order to move forward. So what is Myecon Credit 750 credit plan? Simple. What you see right here is credit plan, credit monitoring, and income shifting. So the credit fit membership course has the ability to allow you to use smart techniques to establish a minimum of 750 credit score and then some. So the interesting part about that is you are able to learn how to understand what the basis is for the 750 credit plan, how to obtain your credit reports and your scores, how to read your credit report, how to dispute the items on your credit file, how to remove negative payment history, how to reduce the credit utilization, how to add credit history, how to properly apply for new credit, and how to get credit, good content or credit mix to increase your score, because that is a process that is necessary. So you also need to know how to check your disputes and how to shift your income once you have established a decent amount of credit. And then you have the overall summary of what we're going to go through. So I'm logged in already to show you what we have and what you would have access to for that minimum one-time investment, or either if you take the one-time up front plus the monthly fees, where you can write this off and actually get paid for it as a business aspect. But for right now, we're just going to talk about the service as a whole. So in this first module, you will get a portal walkthrough, what is included. You're able to download your Fair Credit Reporting Act, what it entails, how it applies to you. Also, the collection practices, what the FTC regulates the consumers and the agencies to do and prevent from being abusive to you and unfair and even trying to be deceptive and gaining money from you. And then you also have how your credit scores are calculated. You have a video in each segment. And then you have where you're able to download the different brochures and how your FICO scores goes. So then you will move into your next section or module 2. I'm not going to go through every one of them, but I just want you to understand how this works. How to obtain a free copy of your credit report. Now, annual credit reports, you're able to pull one for free, but there's also some additional ways of how to pull those things, and so forth. So also on top of that is the monitoring and the credit scores. For a one-time fee, for an annual fee as less than $35, you're able to monitor your reports and be notified if anything changes with your score and your credit. Also, moving over to the next part is how to actually interpret and read your credit report, because it can be quite confusing. So we give you a sample report of how to review, and we tell you how to use it. And how to review it, and how you need to mark and rank whatever you choose to dispute. A lot of people will tell you dispute everything. That's a negative. You know, that's one way. But we're going to give you a systematic way to do just that. You also understand how to use the credit dispute sheet. So you keep a written spreadsheet of who you're disputing, when you submit your correspondence to the agencies, when they responded back, what was your next step. It basically allows you to keep a visual display of where you are in your process at any and all times. Okay, so most of the time people tell you to just mail a letter to the agent bureaus. What you should do is send it via a certified mail, so that way you're able to track it and know who was obtained and signed for it to all three credit bureaus. Also, you'll know how to mail it, which you see right here. These are the addresses that are for the major three that you need to be worried about. Okay, so those are some of the things that this process is going to allow for you. I'm only going to talk about another 15 seconds, so no more than 5.5 minutes and we're going to be done. So negatives on your credit impact your score. They bring everything down because you're able to challenge all of your histories if it's a negative. If you have a debt collection on your account, you can challenge the validity of that account. That maybe it's because your debt was sold to a debt collector. So being sold to a debt collector cancels your original contract with your original creditor. So you're able to make them verify and show proof. And oftentimes they will attempt to show you digital proof. Well, digital proof serves you no purpose because by law you lose your rights if you dispute in a digital format. That's why we're telling you to utilize a written format to challenge your credit discrepancies. You have various techniques. Once you have the items removed that are erroneous or not valid, and the ones that are valid and they remain, then you have recourse of ways to have those either resolved, such as pay to delete, or make a payment arrangement for a few pennies on a dollar to either delete the item or pay it so it's paid in full, so it shows that it builds your credit. Also, there's some other techniques that include secured credit cards or maybe even unsecured cards. Once your score increases, where you take a secured card is you pay up the money up front, they give you your line of credit for that, and you maintain your percentages of utilization between 1 and 10%. Some people tell you 30%. 30% of utilization is a very high risk, and that damages your score. So between 1% and 10% is ideal. So you pay your payment. You use $100 of a $500 limit, and your bill comes the next month. You pay $50 to $75 because your minimum is probably going to be about $20 anyway. But you pay that and leave $25 on your recurring move forward balance or roll over to the next month. So when the next month goes, you charge another $50 to $75 and mix another $100 use, and then you pay another $50 to $75. So you're only rolling over 25%. So $500 is what, $125 is 25%. So if you're only using and you're paying off before your next bill comes, you're not even using 1%. So that's just some of the techniques. So with that being said, this is Marco, One After Inspiration from my wife Sharonda. It's highly recommended that you get this credit process started so you can buy that house that you wanted, that dream car, and whatever else that you may need for your family, and stop having to pay cash for everything. It's a very limited time offer. The price is not that expensive. The investment is far worth anything that you've ever done. I promise you it's worth it. You can either pay $47.90 today to get started with the process and gain all the tools that you need to secure your generational wealth, or you can just take the one-time product purchase for less than $100 and get started. There may be a link under this, but if not, shoot us an email or shoot us a comment on this video and we'll get back to you. With that being said, take care. Have an awesome day.